everyone, and welcome back to week 4 of CalEsports League of Legends Intramurals. We are on our second game of the week with Team ShenaniGamers versus Team Scuttle Buttlers. So Scuttle Buttlers, noble players, Juice Box in the top lane, highest ranked player in the tournament. ShenaniGamers does have that terrorist support player, Juicy, Nightingale, and some other players as well. Starting off the bans, we have Richie's A Soul, so the mid layer for Scuttle Buttlers Gunboy's A Soul one trick has been banned away. Vigo being taken away from Nightingale, one of his most played junglers. Following up on the bans, I wonder if they're just going to focus Richie. Uh, Not looking like it. Karma, the next follow-up ban, I believe that's taken away from White Faker, who is the support player for Team Scuttle Buttlers. If I was Team ShenaniGamers, I'd probably just fully ban out Richie and just go for Galio as the next ban. Really force him on an off comfort pick. Scuttle Buttlers potentially gonna throw some bans at Jushi is what I would guess. Maybe his Zac, maybe his his Singe being banned away. Jushi, absolute terrorist with his Singe support, runs you down. You can't escape him. Next up, blue side ban number 3. What will it be? Are we focusing jungle? Are we focusing? Okay, Darius jungle being hovered ban. Darius jungle currently sitting at a 54% win rate. Very dangerous champion. Has like a 43% ban rate as well. So Darius being hovered as the takeaway here. Gonna get banned away. And Jushi Zac being hovered here. I'm assuming it's just gonna be banned away as well. Okay, blue side B1 pick for Team ShenaniGamers. Would be curious what they're going to first pick. Are they just going to blind pick jungle, or are they going to lock in a support, a flex support here? I know uh, both Nightingale and Jushi play Silas in the jungle and support role, so they could lock that in as a flex pick. Lulu being hovered for X Little League, being locked, or sorry, is X Little League the ADC? I can't remember. Uh, well, potentially. Exo League does play Lulu, and same thing with Buzz, I believe. So who is playing this Lulu pick? Because it's not Jushi. So are they swapping Jushi to a different role then? Maybe Jushi's going to go top to match the challenger player, and they're going to have Kyle go ADC or some shenanigans like that. Echo being hovered here, that's a pretty odd ban unless they're going to swap up roles. Nope, Galio being picked in. So Richie, that is most likely Richie's Galio. He played it before. Followed up with potentially Echo Jungle. Does Toki play a lot of Echo jungle? He does. 400k mastery points on Echo. That is likely Echo jungle on the Emerald Peak player. Blue side picks 2 and 3 here. I'm guessing they're going to lock AD and jungle here. Silas being hovered, so this, as we said, could be a flex pick between Jushi and Nightingale being locked in. So we don't quite know where the Silas is being played yet. Pantheon being the follow-up here. Who plays Pantheon on the team? A lot of unknown variables for Team ShenaniGamers here. This Lulu really mixing up the draft. We have no idea where Jushi's playing because he's not playing the Lulu. Could be Lulu mid, I suppose. Lux being hovered and locked in for Team Scuttle Buttlers here. Just taking a note of the first 3 picks. Lots of AP for Team Scuttle Buttlers here. They're really going to need to buff up their AD damage with an ADC and an AD top laner here to balance out their team comp. I'm assuming Galio is going to go full tank. Looking at bans now, Team Scuttle Buttlers ban away Jinx, and looks like Team ShenaniGamers are just going to target picks for Juicebox here, banning away Camille. Red side ban number 5 being thought about here. 9 seconds left on the timer. And they're going to take away another ADC from Team ShenaniGamers ban Ashe. But again, I have a feeling that X Little League isn't going to be playing ADC. They're definitely cooking something here with these picks. Once they locked in Lulu, we know Jushi is not playing support unless that's like a Lulu mid or a Lulu ADC, which unlikely, I believe. All right, red side pick number 4 here. Definitely need to lock in an AD player, Zeri being hovered for the bot lane of Scuttle Buttlers. This is Zeri going into the hands of Bingabam, who I believe is a Diamond Peak player. Let's take a quick look. Yeah, Diamond Peak player, currently Diamond 4 with a 55% win rate. Uh, doesn't play that much Zeri in recent history, though. Does have a Lux support, so we will not be getting a Zeri Lux combo. Blue side pick number 4 here. Sivir being locked in. I do believe X Little League plays a bit of Sivir. Taking a look at her recent match history. None on that recent match history. I wouldn't be surprised if X Little League and Buzz end up going bot lane and they make Jushi play the Sylas mid lane, because he does play a decent amount of Sylas, and it can be a pick that punishes Galio a little bit. Last pick here for blue side, where they gonna lock in a blind pick Aatrox. This gives Juicebox the counter pick. He can take his champs and do whatever he wants with it. This makes me really curious as to what champion Kyle is playing. If Kyle's playing the Aatrox, it's a pretty difficult champion to pilot against a challenger player. Uh, we'll see what Team Scuttlers wants to pick into that for Juicebox. But yeah, taking a look at Team ShenaniGamers, we still don't quite know who's playing where. Obviously, Lulu Sivir bot, Aatrox top, but we don't know if it's a Sylas jungle or Sylas mid here. Jace being the lock-in, so a heavy AD champion for their team comp. Quite an interesting comp for Team Scuttle Buttlers here. Zeri, I suppose Zeri Jinx want to kite back, Lux wants to poke, Echo kind of just wants to assassinate it, and Galio wants to CC and engage. Honestly, not that bad of a comp. I don't mind it. Taking a look at it again. Lots of AP, as we said, but Jace Zeri does balance it out. Team ShenaniGamers definitely has a lot of X factors in their comp. They have the Sylas, they have the Pantheon. Don't quite know who's playing where yet, but we'll find that out once we go into Champ Select. Okay, being on that side, who do I favor to win this team? There's not that much engage options for Team Scuttleballers here, so unless like Jace takes over a side lane, I think it's going to be hard for them to find their ways into these team fights. Obviously, Jace has good poke, Lux has good poke, but I'm not sure that's going to be enough to stop the hard engage from this Pantheon, from Sylas, from Sivir ulting at you. So Team Scuttleballers is going to have to position well, not get engaged on early, which with 2 bronze players on their team can be a little bit difficult. I think I would tend to favor Team ShenaniGamers with their team comp for this game at least, but let's see what chat thinks. I'll be posting the Gamba as I speak. Which side will win? Team ShenaniGamers on blue versus Team Scuttle Butlers. All right, Gamba is out. Make sure you go vote. Bet your channel points. I am myself putting how much channel point? I got 27 channel points right now, 27k. Let's bet another 4k on Team ShenaniGamers. Betting not the full house, but a good chunk of it on Team ShenaniGamers here. With that being said, we're gonna go on break. Once the spectator delay timer is up, I'll be putting that on screen so you guys can see how much time we have left before we actually get into game. Go vote, go spend your channel points, and we'll be back shortly. Okay, we are in game. So far, we have a massive curveball thrown at us here with Nightingale actually coming out of the jungle and going into top lane, picking this Aatrox top. He used to be a top main, so it's not like it's that odd for him. But as we said, we saw Lulu locked in. That is X Little League on the Lulu pick. Jushi actually playing the Sylas in the jungle role. So quite a lot of curveballs from this team's ShenaniGamers team. I'm assuming they just didn't want the Bronze Clown King playing against Challenger Juicebox. Didn't want a repeat of the 0-10 Volibear incident. A bit of an invade here from Team Scuttle Buttlers. Just getting spotted, maybe getting some wards down. But on the casting desk, I actually had Justin join me. I believe it's Justin, yeah? Lost in the sauce, Justin. You see the Discord stream, yeah? Okay. So what are your thoughts on these team comps? Who do you favor with them? Oh, sorry. The stream could not hear you right now. Give me 1 second. Let me fix it. Okay, try talking. All right, you're good. Yep. Okay. Who are you favoring to win this game based on draft, based on champions?
I would say both drafts look pretty even to me right now.
I'm just concerned. I said during Champ Select, but my biggest concern is that Scuttle Buttlers at least doesn't have that much of a go button for their team comp. It's like Galio going in is their really only engage option, but this is a bronze mid laner on the Galio pick, so it's gonna be really hard for them to pick the fights. It's mostly them gonna be playing a reactive game, I would assume, to this team ShenaniGamers. But if Juicebox gets extremely fed in the top lane, I don't think it matters. Nightingale used to be a top lane mage. He's played every role really. Was mid lane. First blood going to Clown King in the mid lane. Nicely done on this Pantheon pick. I assume Pantheon's a counter pick into Galio. Galio just anti-MR, but yeah, Pantheon a lot of 80 damage. Nice pickup against the Galio. Bingabam getting pretty low there. Lulu could have maybe flash autoed and found the kill, but Echo is bot lane here, not on a ward, is flanking around the bot lane if we can path to him. May get spotted by Sylas here. Sylas running at him, getting spotted. Sylas misses the E, doesn't look like anything else is going to happen. Juicebox taking a tower in the shot in the top lane here. Living with some HP, does still have a health pot to drink up if he so desires. Richie landing the E on Clown King. Clown King running a little low on mana. Does still have to ignite up. X literally flash forwards, finds the kill on Bingabam. Well played by the Lulu player. Yeah, right when we saw Lulu locked in, I knew that was going to X Little League. Showing us why they picked it for X Little League there. Echo pathing top lane here. Nightingale's wave pushed forward. Needs to be very careful of a gank that's coming his way here. Toki not going to do the gank, but just going to go clear out waves. I guess there was a decent sized wave that Juicebox said, I need to catch this wave before we fight. So far, not that much bloodshed. Obviously a kill to Buzz. Exhaust being dropped onto Bingabam. Dashing away. Lulu has no mana here. Flash coming out from Bingabam. Lux doing a follow-up heal. Sylas not going to be able to find anything at the end of this trade. Sylas going to stop the backs. Looking for the kill here. Flashes forward. Finds the kill. Feet of Warfare goes to Team ShenaniGamers here. Nicely paid from the bot lane and jungler of that team. Clown King fighting it out in the mid lane against Richie. Richie running low on mana, does not have his TP. Echo is in this top lane. Nightingale needs to be a little bit careful, but his wave is pushing towards him, so he should be able to play it safe. Lulu pinging, she's gonna come top here. When do grubs spawn? Let's turn on objective timers. Grubs doesn't spawn for another 50 seconds here. But Lulu gonna spot out, if I can switch to her. Oh, come on. Lulu gonna spot out this Echo in the jungle, gonna force him out after he steals a camp or two. Meanwhile, Jushi gonna do a counter invade here. Does get spotted on a ward walking into this jungle. Galio pinging that he's gumming. But looks like Jushi will just be able to get these camps for free. Sorry, no, he's getting collapsed on by Zeri Lux here. Jushi in a bad position, getting sandwiched between Galio and Zeri. Invading here, dodges the Lux Q. Richie hits the blast gun, able to get out. It would appear, does get Lux Lulu shielded. Jushi able to survive barely there, but he will put him back a little bit. Was not able to pick up those wolf camps. Nice roams from the mid lane and bot lane to prevent Jushi invade trading. Does he even have enough HP here to do these camps? Okay, he will live. He will live. Yeah, Silas jungle, not the best for clearing. It's mostly a gank-heavy champion. Nice trade from Clown King, showing why it's a good pick. Echo is in this bot lane here, looking on to kill here onto the bot lane of ShenaniGamers. Meanwhile, top lane, Nightingale able to live with 1 HP, but Lulu goes down to the Echo gank, looking for a potential second. Black Shield down, does not have it anymore, able to run away. Does get hit by the Lux Q. Nothing much else going to happen. They could potentially go for a dive here if they really wanted to. Meanwhile, Jushi is level 4. Yeah, this Silas jungler really needs to gank and not do his camps. Not the best clearer of camps. Picking that he wants to do these grubs, but yeah, I don't know if they're actually allowed to do this. They do have Galio out. Lulu is here. Lux is still in the ball lane. Should be a 4v5 if they ever decide to take the fight. Looks like they want all 3 grubs will go towards Team ShenaniGamers. Nice roam from the Lulu X Little League to ensure that their team has the man advantage and won't even get punished for the roam because Buzz was able to push in the wave and get it back off. Taking a look at the mid lane CS numbers, Clown King pretty ahead on top of Gumboy here, sitting at 45-25 CS. That does correspond to 800 gold lead. Meanwhile, Clown King ultis into lane, finds the stun onto Richie, times the gank with Jushi. Clown King gonna pick up a kill onto the statue in the mid lane.
A summoner has disconnected.
Looks like Echo just DC'd. I'm expecting a pause. Now he insta-reseed. Oh, no, a pause did happen here. We're not even going to get the pause screen. All right, Mr. Justin, you've been pretty quiet so far. What do you think of the game? Who's winning?
Well, Suicide has like a 1k gold lead. They also recently just got the grubs, right? So, I think the game is still pretty even, so it'll revolve around how they play the game in the mid game.
How should what should the goal be for Scuttle Buttlers in these next couple of minutes here? Grubs doesn't spawn for another 3 minutes. Anything that they should be looking for in particular?
Just to kind of neutralize the mid lane and maybe look for a lead in the top lane, I would say.
Do you think there's one team that like outscales the other? It looks like we're having a fight here. Jushi goes in, picks up the Echo ult, does have a second HP. Galio ult coming down, finds a 2-man ulti down, 4v4 fight. Can they find the damage? Galio 3-man taunt. Gumboy going ham in this team fight with the amount of CC he is finding. Clown King picks up kill. Gumboy living with 1 HP, able to get picked up by Clown King. Double kill to the Pantheon. Juicebox here now, flashes forward. Lux Q does not quite hit. Will there be any follow-up kills? Doesn't look like it. 2 for 2, or 2 for 1 trade, I believe, going in the favor of Team ShenaniGamers, but Aatrox didn't even come down to this team fight, so he's just being able to pick up 2 tower plates here, a whole mini wave. Gonna be a bit of an XP lead for Nightingale. I'm honestly surprised that Echo doesn't have that much more CS than Jushi, the Silas. Silas jungle clear is terrible. Like, I would assume Echo would be a bit better, but not able to quite find those CS numbers. Looks like we're gonna have a top lane swap-roni here. So we have the bot lane of Team Buttlers in this top lane. Meanwhile, their top laner is running bot lane.
Yep. That's gonna be interesting to see.
Tower plate going to the way of Buzz and XL League, able to pick up some more gold. Just looking at the gold leads so far, they're saying around 700 more gold on their AD. Pantheon has double the gold. This is a result of the pause time. Scuttle, Clown King has double the gold of Galio in the mid lane. Jungle's gold about equal. Top lane gold leaning towards Juice Box by like 600 gold. Do you think one team outscales the other, or do you think they're pretty even throughout the mid and late game?
I feel like Aatrox and Pantheon kind of fall off towards the late game.
Juicy looking to kill the Lux here, finds the E, uses the own Lux ult to kill, and put out that final spark. Juicy now seeing a 2-0-3 in this game. Juicebox taking a trade into the tower there. Half HP's the Sivir. Takes a tower shot for himself. Are they going to look to dive Sivir here? Echo is here. Is spotted on the ward. Lulu's behind him. Kind of a scary dive if they want to go for it. Echo's going to zone the Sivir out. Make sure she doesn't have an escape here. Buzz and XO need to just turn on this Echo here. Buzz gonna ult away, Lulu ult goes down, double ult from bot lane, meanwhile top lane, Juicy looking for a potential gank, finds the E onto Bingabam, Bingabam ults, heal from Lux, can Bingabam turn this here? Nice double ult on the Lux, finds a kill, Juicebox, nice kiting from the Bingabam there to stay alive and get a double kill, flashes away from the Nightingale's flash forward, meanwhile bot lane, Pantheon ults in, not able to find a kill. Let's get a replay of what happened at top lane, since I think we are safe. So Bingabam, rewind for more. Bingabam Juicy found the nice W and engage onto Bingabam, but nice double root from the Lux there and a double ult. Finds the damage to give them the kill. Alright, going back to live. Bingabam overextending a little bit there, giving another kill to Juicy in this jungle role. Much needed kills going towards Scuttleballers there with those 2 kills on the Zeri. Or 1 kill on Zeri, 1 kill on Lux. Puts them about even now, 800 gold down, but meanwhile, Clown King goes for a dive mid-wave, able to live, has to burn his flashing Ignite to find the kill and survive. Dragon spawning right now. Looks like Team ShenaniGamers should just get this for free. Gumble, gonna TP mid lane here. Yeah, nothing much gonna happen. Nice damage from Juicebox. That was just 1 QE, did like half his HP. Juicy kind of getting in a rough spot here, has to flash away. Does have the Echo ult, ults back with Echo ult, dashes away. Lux binding does hit the Sivir. Sivir flashing away. Bingabam going over the wall, following the Sivir, saying you're not allowed to leave. Continuing the chase forward on Xlayer, takes a tower shot. Xlayer shields. Can she survive or at least trade 1 for 1? Luck Shield not enough to save Binga Bam there, but 2 more kills going towards the Binga Bam bot lane here. Toki getting the nice stun onto Jushi there, follow-up kill. Galio ulting down to ensure that Toki lives, continuing the ult forward. Taunt lands onto Clown King. Can they find this follow-up kill? Big money going towards the way of this Echo here. Scuttle Buttlers turning this game around now, seeing a 500 gold lead themselves. Big swing, gold swing towards the favor of this red side team. This bot lane should be pretty safe. Meanwhile, in the jungle here, Juicebox finds Jushi, looking to get some damage on top of him. Jushi is gone. Abduct, not landing. I believe that's what the Silas E ability is called, right? Bot lane just trading. Looks like Juicebox is still sitting in this top lane, sitting on a ward. Does get engaged on, and that's just a kill to the Aatrox. Shutdown as well. Follow-up kill here. Team Scuttle Buttlers is doing this Rift Herald, gonna force Echo out of the pit, and that should be Rift Herald towards the favor of Team ShenaniGamers. Well played spotting, Juicebox sitting on that ward, able to land an abduct on top of him and give the kill over to Nightingale. Meanwhile, bot lane, these 6 grubs doing big work on this tower. One more auto would have killed it, but they'll just get it on the next wave. Rift Herald summon mid lane, gonna try to pop this tower. They do have 6 grubs, so a lot of void grubs spawn in with that. Can they get a second charge here? No, there's a TP coming down mid. Juicebox TPing ensures that this Rift Herald will not get a second charge. 3 hovering around this mid lane for Team Scuttle Buttlers here. Second item coming down for Echo does build full Morellos for his second item. They do have a lot of healing with this Aatrox Silas pickup. Lulu does do a lot of shielding. Not sure you want to build a full Morellos on Echo though. Probably would have just been better to build an Oblivion Orb and then move on to like your next item, which I think is Lichbane for Echo. Juicebox going in for a trade here, following it up. Nightingale forced to ult away. Game pushed back by Juicebox. Nightingale flashing forward, trying to find the kill. Not quite able to land it, and that's going to be a dead fight. Meanwhile, bot lane, Clown King kind of overextending quite a bit here. That should just be a dead Clown in the top bot lane here. Can he trade for Richie? Doesn't look like it. Toki picks up another kill on this Echo, now sitting at 10 stacks on his ring. Meanwhile, top lane, they're trying to push in this wave and potentially find a dive onto Juicebox. Juicebox does have support here with Zeri and Lux sitting behind him. Can he bait the kill? Binga Bam here. Ult, ease over the wall. Ult finds the kill onto Jushi. White Faker able to pick up the kill onto Aatrox. Nicely baited by Team Scuttle Buttlers here. Meanwhile, during that whole exchange, Echo invaded the bot lane. Jungle's camp here and was able to pick up. Did he get red buff? Let's see here. Didn't pick up red buff, but I think he just got the chickens and got out. Still sitting at like around 700 gold lead for Team Scuttle Buttlers here. Nothing much, nothing too significant. Dragon is spawning here. This would be second dragon for either team. TP right in the face of this enemy team here. Sivir ulting, trying to look for engage. Team ShenaniGamers force Team Scuttle Bros to back out here. Scuttle Bros do have a lot of poke here, so they need to force a fight with Outling. Echo goes over the wall, getting stunned. Full CC, Echo all forced to pop here. Gunboy running forward, ults back. Not quite the ability you want to see. Nice Lux ult hits 3 members. Nightingale is already dead in this team fight. Pretty even fight. Bingabam goes down. Jushi picking up 2 kills, continuing forward, finds the duct onto Tuki. Can he find another kill? Triple kill goes to Jushi. Well played from the Silas. Close fight, but doesn't look like Team Scuttlers will win that fight. Again, they just have no strong engage options. They mostly just want to try to poke out before the team fights happen, but with Echo ulting or blast coming over the wall there, that kind of forces the fight to happen before they potentially want it to happen. I think we got some time. We can replay that fight, try to get a better sense of what happened there. Let's back up 30 more seconds. So yeah, Echo, does he hit the blast cone or does someone hit it for him? No, Lux hits the blast cone, forces Toki to go in. Forces the Echo ult out early. Gunboy ults backwards here instead of going for the taunt. Does buy space for his team, but I'm not sure if that was the right play here. It was a nice Lux ult. Did hit like 3 members of the team here, but I think it's just a Jushi diff in this team fight. Bingabam gets popped. Echo again had to use his ult earlier in the start of that team fight. Wasn't able to use it to potentially assassinate anyone. All right, let's go back to live. 15-13 now. The once 700 gold lead for Team Scuttle now flips to a 1.4, 1.2k gold lead for Team ShenaniGamers. Pretty even game from both sides. Both throwing some nice punches here. Echo is behind Clown King. Clown King overextending again. Gonna spot Echo on the ward, but I think it's too little too late. This should be a dead Clown again. Potentially going for it to ult out here. Gunboy cancels it with his taunt. Can they give the kill? Get another kill on this Echo. Clown King able to find the kill. Not quite sure how that happened, but meanwhile bot lane, Team ShenaniGamers saw that the Echo's top. Is gonna start up this Atacon here. It is the Blood Petals Atacon, so it does have some pretty good value. Team Scuttlers not quite ready to give it up here. Juicebox looking to poke him down a little bit. Juicy going to engage, does get a decent amount of damage, pops the Scorch onto Juicebox. Getting low, 100 HP. Smite secures the Atacon for Team ShenaniGamers. Will there be a follow-up fight? X literally doing some nice zoning and slows onto Juicebox. Toki disconnecting again. Will we get another pause here? Meanwhile, Toki pushing in the top lane, that whole exchange, able to find a tower, but not quite sure that is worth it. Atacon for tower trade. Alright, game was paused. There will be a slight freeze here until the pause timer runs out. There we go. Alright, nothing really to fight over so far. No objective spawning for another minute 20 on Baron, 2 minutes on the next Dragon. I would expect a pretty calm game unless one player like Clown King or Gunboy overextend again. But Clown King potentially learning his lesson, playing a little back, doesn't know where the enemy jungler is, knows that he is a potential victim. Yeah, he just got back up. Well played from him. Looking at this bot lane here, just Aatrox versus Juicebox's Jace. Both trading out. Echo on this bot side camp here, gonna potentially run into Silas. Jushi gonna be spotted on a control ward here. Are they gonna look for a potential fight here over the Scuttle Crab? Juicebox has first roam, meanwhile the bot lane for Team ShenaniGamers gonna be here first. Looking to potentially engage on Jushi here. Finds a nice CC. Lulu ult goes down. Toki forced to ult away. Bingabam flash forward ulti. Gets engaged on Silas using the stolen Echo ult. Blows up Bingabam. Nightingale trying to clean up this team fight a little bit. Again, that's Echo does not have ult. Gunboy, Richie, Galliot coming down. Secures that nothing else is going to happen. 1 for 2 trade. Well played from Team Scuttle Buttlers there. Bingabam is playing this game like balls to the wall, man. He flashed forward to ulti there, just egoing on this enemy team here. Did get punished for it, but was a pretty good trade for his team nonetheless. Gold now staying at 200 gold difference between the two teams. Extremely close game between the two of them. Sitting at 25 minutes into this game, Jushi potentially looking for an engage. Not gonna go in there. Echo shielding over the wall, goes in 1v3, gonna get followed up by Pantheon stun. Does not have his ulti. Shutdown goes to Jushi. Quite dangerous play from Tuki going over that wall without any vision where the enemy team is. That should spell Dragon for team ShenaniGamers, but they are kind of low on the HP bar. Juicebox does have amazing poke, could potentially poke them off. Found King looking to engage here, forces them back a little bit. Can Juicebox poke this enemy team off the Dragon? Jushi getting hit by the Jace Q there. Pretty low, gonna be forced to back up here. Echo spawns in 9 seconds. Echo can just run straight to this Dragon. I feel like Team Scuttlers could start this Dragon knowing that a couple of them are backing, but doesn't look like they're gonna start it. Gonna play a little safe, get the mid wave. White Faker low HP, probably should just back and then run back after, but gonna stick around. Looks like Team Scuttlers heading towards this Dragon. Nope, gonna go catch another mid wave. Lux backing now. Jushi still sitting at a low HP value. Did opt to buy the upgraded boots there. Not quite sure if they're quite worth it to be upgraded second item after second item completion, but Sorcerer Boots is one of the better ones to upgrade. Buzz collecting a mid-wave here. Alright, Team Scuttlers is going to start up this Dragon here. Aatrox is going to TP into the pit here. Potentially dangerous fight. Jushi going in a bit early. Pantheon ulting in. Cannot find Bingabam. Can they get Bingabam? Bingabam free kiting, free hitting. No one on top of him. Able to hit. Nicely played from Bingabam. Double kill to this. Now 15 stack Medjai's Echo. 8, 2, and 6. This should spell Baron buff for Team Scuttle Brothers. Gonna find Buzz. Lulu here. Gonna shield. Does have the Lulu. Does not have Lulu ult. Buzz should just disappear. Flashing out. Trying to escape. Not quite able to escape this Echo. Toki, 400k Mastery Point Echo. Now saying 9 and 2 with 19 stacks on this Medjai's. That's one scary Echo. Looking for another kill. Does find an ace. Now sitting at 23 stacks on this Echo pick. Man, you guys should really ban Echo against this Scuttle Brothers team. He is strong with it. Baron gonna go to Team Scuttle Brothers now. Sitting at, the game was pretty even a couple minutes ago, but now we're looking at around 3.5k, 3.2k gold lead for Team Scuttle Brothers now. Looking to be in a pretty good spot with this extremely scary Echo. Lux sitting at 3 and 1, just taking a look at the gold. Support role more or less even, 600 gold difference. ADC pretty much even. Mid lane, Pantheon is still up in gold, but not sure this Pantheon's kind of falling off at this point. I'd probably rather have the tank Galio on my team than the 7 and 6 Pantheon. Needs to somehow find Bingabam in these team fights, but Bingabam does have cleanse, can cleanse that Pantheon W. Jungle, 3k gold lead for this scary 10 and 2 Echo. And then top lane, 3k gold lead for the Challenger Juicebox. Alright, Baron buff for the two teams. Interesting interaction between the Pantheon and the Jace jump forward, but Juicebox looking for the solo bow here. Will just be able to find it. Pantheon stuns Gromp instead of Juicebox there. Echo kind of sitting off towards the side here, potentially going to look for an engage angle. X Lily trying to spot him out. He's sitting behind the wall here. Will they look for a potential tower dive maybe? Echo stun, gonna find Jace. Galley ult forward. Looks like they're just gonna be able to pick up this tower here. No death's gonna go to either team. And now Juicebox in this top lane. Split pushing by himself, able to pick up a tower. Can he go for a second one here? Jushi does have Echo ult and potentially look for a trade of HP bar.